Alright, we are back finally with another how-to.
Vangood.
Thank you, Elliot. Where we are going to talk about ratios, starting with, in this video, the grade 3s. And more importantly, the ones that you'll see mostly and the ones you probably shouldn't use.
Not specific cards, mind you, because we've already been there.
You've already been on specific cards. We're talking about the ratios themselves. Starting with 0 grade 3s.
Obviously, that's way outside of the spectrum of sanity.
Yes.
There are like a whole 2 decks in the game that do this. You basically got anything with Cat Butler, which isn't out just yet, but we'll get it this weekend for sure.
Yep.
And then those Vanguard decks with their 33 8K grade 1s and whatnot.
Oh, good times, good times. Yeah, as he said, that's kind of crazy. It has a better chance of winning than decks that don't have those things and no grade 3s.
I mean,
but
they're not the most viable things. They're fun. They can beat ordinary decks if they're a bit lucky, or if the opponent is unlucky. Either way, is they're going to have to start guarding much earlier than they would want to.
So basically, if they're playing against me.
Sure, why not?
Only time to work.
Yeah, that's basically how you grade 0. Don't unless you're just wanting to have like crazy fun. Next on the list is grade 1s.
Well, not grade 1.
I mean grade 3 ratios 1 through 3.
Right.
I say 1 through 3 in particular because, well,
you don't really see anything under 4 being used by anything except Royal Paladins. And only Royal Paladins, because Wingull Brave and Pongal are dumb. They search for your grade 3s
they search for the grade 3, so it's whatever.
And you only need one ever.
This one's guaranteed, this one has to be on hits. It's damage check, so well.
You're bad if that happens.
Then you're already dead, so it's whatever. Yeah, Royal Paladins are the only ones who can do it. Technically speaking, Gold Paladins can do it if you were lucky.
No, you still want to play 4 Paladin.
If you are lucky. No, you could run just like 1 or 2 Azel and be
Shut
fine.
up, man.
As long as you get the Gareth and Brewman out, you're fine.
Anyway, Paladins.
But yeah, Paladins are
Always comes
essentially.
back to them.
Yeah, it always comes back to Paladins. Always.
Damn those paladins.
What she said.
Hey, I'm using the good ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, enough about them. On to grade 4s.
Grade 4s.
You shut up. You know what I mean. It's like those level 0s all over again.
Right. 4. These guys can do it if they want. And you're going to mostly see that with Tsukuyomi above all else, because you don't need anything other than the one ever. There's some crazy decks in Japan just playing 4 of their primary ride and nothing else. I'm not really sure how they manage that. Because, I mean, even grade 3 searchers have their limits, man. But yeah, Tsukuyomi, she does it good.
She always does it best. I guess that would be.
And she manages with 5 and 6 too, if you really want to play the CEO.
Yeah. And speaking of 5,
it's really, really rare.
Yeah, it kind of falls right in the middle of like actually finding it, and only a certain deck can find it territory, because most decks that can use the 4 or less have ways to find their thing specifically, so they can do it.
And the 5th is just going to be some tech card that's in there for a really specific reason. Not really main plan, so to speak.
Yeah, it just kind of falls in a very odd column.
6 works with just about anything if you're super lucky.
Yep. And speaking of 6, I just put a Blackbird there because I didn't have it.
Lazy.
Yeah, how
Actually,
lazy.
it does make sense because
It does make sense.
if
Because
you ride your grade 2 and then try to use a grade 3 searcher and then try luckbirding another card, you might get it.
essentially that's the answer to your 6. If you draw a lot or can search a deck a lot, you'll probably have a decent chance of finding what you're looking for anyway. So it's cool. But that really just amounts to like Think Tank and possibly Pirates if you want to be silly.
Or if it's Gold Paladins.
Of course, Gold Paladins, Elliot.
Always Gold Paladins.
It's always Gold Paladins.
I totally forgot about Grand Blue and all this. They can actually swing the whole 4 or less thing too sometimes. If you play weird builds with, Chappie to accelerate your Swordmaster or Spirit Exceed or God forbid Monster Frank.
Yes, totally Monster Frank.
That Monster Frank, oh my god.
Bizarro Blue.
Also, 6 could be a number in decks where you keep on having your grade 3s swarming you somehow for some supernatural reason. Deeply so!
If you don't have rear guard grade 3s, you may as well.
Yeah, maybe. Well, on to 7s.
7 is more normal.
It's like
You see that accompanied with and without grade 3 searcher.
it's part of the average circle that we're reaching into.
Slightly risky in terms of the raw math, but hey, if it's your thing, go right ahead.
Yeah, a lot of decks will be running that one along with 8 and 9, so it's whatever.
8 is your strict
8
average.
is-
That's your
yeah, 8's
default
the
for
average.
any given deck under the sun.
Yeah,
And then you adjust.
to whatever suits you. But yeah, 8 is like everything. The majority of things that you'll see most likely will have 8 in their
Yeah, normally it's
ratio.
main, 2 external, 2 rear, and then the
you
new
can
playstyle.
4-4.
Yeah, 4-4, whatever. grade
Yeah,
3
that's the only reason why. It's very moldable. You can just kind of do whatever. Now, for decks that have access of things that they want to use and just don't have the room for it, well, that's what 9 is for. It
9
works.
is especially neat if you're able to fish out your specific grade 1s, like in a Royal Paladin Grimoire deck.
Paladins!
Hey,
It's not their fault, except for Garbo.
It's always Garmore's fault. No matter which paladin he is in, it's Garmore's
Yeah.
fault.
No one loves you, guys.
I love you, Garmore.
you can drop the extra grade 3s for him. He works swimmingly with 9, especially since you got those awesome utility cards like Ganslot and Palamedes. No complaints there.
Anything else?
No, but just like with the Snow Gull deck, it's normally like 4 mana for Snow Gull, 4 nulls, and so you have 4 nulls, having extra grade 3s to drop them is also.
I guess 9 can work with anything Lulu related. You really don't want to miss that grade 3 ride. So.
Yeah, I saw a few lists that had 9, so.
Yeah, it's true. Alright, well, enough about 9s. Let's go on to 10s.
This is what you typically see for your grade 3 check based bosses.
Everyone aside from Bridget.
Yeah. What are you doing here? It's not enough for Bridget. You gotta play like 18 for Bridget, man.
What you got next?
Pretty much most people.
Mostly it's decks like Goku, Waterfall, that one thing the Narukami have.
Oh, you mean Goku?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other Goku.
Bubblegum Dragon!
Yeah, the Bubblegum Dragon.
Also, Sword Kaiser from Nova Grapplers.
Yeah, Zorkaz. Yeah, Reindeer 2. Yeah. Things like that, basically.
Or if you're out of your mind, anything playing it Indigo. Because it can only boost grade 3s. We'll be seeing Indigo later.
Yeah. Well, that's about 10s. Let's go on to 11s.
This doesn't exist. it really.
Yeah, it literally doesn't exist. So
This
that's
is
why
your
he's
wall where you start treading outside the realm of feasible.
I got it. Okay. Grade 3 ratios is like the uncanny valley effect, where if something becomes too human, it starts to become creepy, but it's the opposite effect. If something becomes too much grade 3, it stops existing, and then you get to the point of where it becomes Overlord. Well, not Overlord, what did I just
Football.
say? Football.
Football!
Which I guess we'll just jump to because someone decided to jump us to it.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, long story short.
Long story
10's
short-
pushing it, so most
Yeah.
people won't play 11.
Usually 10's pushing it, only the drive checkers can do it. 11. Why the heck would you go that many?
If you really want Goku to burn.
12, on the other hand, is the most niche deck here. As only one deck I can think of off the top of my head does it.
Anything where a grade 3 is also not a grade 3.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Your jelly beans are your Gancelot.
Yeah, essentially. It can look for any Dudley, which Spike Brothers have a grade 1 and like 2 grade 2s. They can.
And then you just
Multiples of both, yeah.
Yeah, multiples of both,
play
yeah.
Dragger and Emperor, and since you can play 4, you play 4 balls.
So effectively, you can't grade stuck for very long in that deck. Worst case scenario, you're probably grade stuck for a turn, and then you're not.
And since the power of football is
The one
so
you're
great, you just get the curve anyways because you're good this game.
The one you're going to miss the most is grade 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you're playing 12.
Yeah, but again,
That's beside the point.
he can do search that if you really need him to, and you've got other grade 3s, so you're going to probably find them again. You got 12 of them in the deck.
Unless you're me.
Unless you're this guy.
I can't grid curve with that.
You won't believe how many
I figure
times.
it's pretty damn close to 100%, but no.
You wouldn't believe how many times this guy rides jelly beans over Bread and Dragger.
Or just ride the jelly beans up
Or
front.
just ride it all
There's nothing
over.
else.
Yeah, back when Spike Brothers only had Booster 2, they could also play 10, but they used Skydiver for some reason.
Skydiver is gross.
Which we've already talked about before. He's kind of gross.
Yeah, but they also do it with Dragger, Emperor, and like 2 Juggernauts.
Which falls into your 10 category, except you're not drive checking grade 3s. Except you are. Safe read. Old, outclassed, whatever.
Now, there's one other ratio that we didn't talk about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, known as the Morikawa ratio.
Oh, you mean 30? Hold on.
Because there's a
16, 4, 4, 36.
17 grade
26.
zeros means that there's going to be 33 other cards.
So
26, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, now there's a gap between 13 and 25 where there is nothing at all.
Nope.
Then all of a sudden, Morikawa shows up.
no.
And
Sephiroth's
do
deck.
that
Don't do that ever.
unless Barkgall is
Yeah, unless you can bark call, don't do it.
And even with Barkall, you need like 12 grade 1s.
Yeah.
And then you have the ultimate handicap deck where your only grade 1 is 1 Dudley Van, your only grade 2 is Nemen, and anything that's under 10,000 as your grade 3s, and that's the rest of your deck.
How do you guard? It's
You
just a bad idea.
Don't guard. You die because you have 26 grade 3s.
Barkgall Goku is cool.
Oh yeah, I tried doing that before. It was like fun.
You don't need to guard because everything's dead.
And with that, you play Bree instead of Assault. Just don't ride Bree.
Yeah.
Pass turn because you can superior ride anytime you want as long as you have the right things.
Yeah.
silly.
It's by far the most unplayable thing here.
Anything basketball is pushing it unless
Yeah.
Barkall's involved.
Yeah. At least,
Even then, it's Barkgall grade 3 check.
or at the very least, as of this year, that is the case. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll make something that's
Oh yeah,
outside of the
or
boundaries.
Barkall Aqua Force.
Oh,
We
God.
don't know. It's possible, but at least,
Bushiro just loses their mind. They make a season where Morikawa is the villain and they have a deck that runs on grade 3s.
man, it happened in Yu-Gi-Oh.
That could be interesting, actually.
Grade 3s that allow you to superior ride to a grade 1 or 2.
But anyway, I guess I should summarize all this into things. Zeros.
Silly decks.
Silly decks only. 1.
1 to 3, anything that can search
Anything
it
that is
very
Royal
consistently.
Paladin, basically.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they're the only ones who can search their 3s. specifically.
Grade 4.
Grade 4s?
Sylvester.
Shut up, Dan. You're not going to call it grade 4 forever.
I will not stop. 4 of them is
Tsukuyomi
Tsukuyomi.
occupies everything from 4 to 6.
Well, 5 and 6 can also be
Japanese players.
yeah, Japanese players.
People that just want to
CEO can.
People that just want to
Japan.
ride their main one and have like 2 auxiliary 2 rears.
Yeah. 7?
7 is the norm, using grade
Average,
3s
yeah.
or without using it.
8?
Universal standard.
9?
All right in specific places.
If
Just
you-
as is 10.
If you really
And
need
10s.
that grade 3.
Alright, how about you for 10 then?
10, again, like grade 3 trekkers.
Or if you're doing the Goku or
Spikes,
something like
because they're
that.
always high on.
11?
Yu-Gi-Oh
No.
players.
Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Oh, if Eric played 11 in spikes.
12?
Football into its maximum power.
13 through 25?
Morikawa.
Markel.
26 then?
Start with Turbo Riser?
Shut up.
Oh, I think that's all we have on how to. Anybody?
Vangood.
About time.
Good.
Alright. Next time we do this, we'll probably be talking about the 2s.
No, let's go in reverse. We're going to the zeros. I'm just kidding. We'll
Grade
probably do 2s. Okay, grade 5. We're talking about grade 5.
We should talk about the grade 4s and all 2 that have ever been mentioned. But I think well, actually, let's do that quickly before we sign off. Grade 4s. Since there is one that actually is printed.
Epitome of knowledge is so vast.
The other one got printed too?
No, I mean just.
I know
play
there's
him, play 2.
Okay. Oh, that's what you meant. Alright, yeah, basically,
Even though you can't play him anymore.
you can't play him anymore, but if you could, just play 2.
Real War. This needs to just go in America.
Yeah. Alright, now this has been it for the grade 3 edition of How To,
Vangood.
with a bonus grade 4 content.
Play 1 Daigo.
Shut up, Elliot.
So good. He has rock drive.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Too important to wave, I see. Excellent.
Oh, sorry. Ah, no!